So the initial challenges was mainly around customers buying an enterprise product, Reltio, and then determining how do you hook up Reltio to all these different systems, whether it's source system that's feeding data into Reltio or getting data out of Reltio and putting it into another platform. So getting that end-to-end ecosystem of applications fully integrated together has always been a challenge for our customers. They've had to figure this thing out on their own. Either they build one-off integrations through writing code, or they potentially license an iPaaS platform that's separate from what Reltio offers. So to solve these integration challenges and to make it simple and easy, and really the focus is this notion of quick time to value, get the Reltio product, get it up and running as quickly as possible, because in the master data management space, with most of our competitors, most of the competing products, it is challenging to get things up and running quickly. So this is provides truly an advantage from that perspective to give customers a way to integrate all these systems quickly, not have to write code, not have to worry about separate hosting something separately outside of Reltio, having it all seamlessly embedded, integrated. So that's what got us thinking about the Workato integration. We could have gone down the path and built something ourselves, a workflow capability, a low-code, no-code capability within our tool, within Reltio, but at the end of the day, it didn't make sense because it's not really our core competency, not to mention it's probably going to be even more expensive. For now, what we're seeing is definitely implementations times for certain integrations are shortening quite a bit. So if you were to look at integration to, say, Snowflake, for example, some data loading use cases or some enrichment type use cases, if customers were to build these things themselves, it could take them anywhere from 60 days, 90 days to build the entire thing, to test it, to put it into production, and then long-term, maintenance of it. So at least that time, I would suspect, at least has been halved. So instead of 60 to 90 days, definitely customers are getting up and running 30, 45 days, or even sooner, like 2 weeks, I think is the quickest that we've seen so far. So having something in production running within a couple of weeks is huge for master data management for this kind of industry, because typical implementation times, especially with our customers, can range anywhere from 18 months to 2 years in some cases. The next metric that we're going to track and really get a good handle around is cost of ownership. So customers are paying, sometimes millions for other iPaaS platforms that sit outside of Reltio. Having something embedded within Reltio, they could potentially not have to use those separate platforms, or thinking about hosting things separately, whether it's on AWS or Azure, kind of buying instances of hosting environments where they have to run code. So not having to worry about that, not having to pay for that. And then also the support teams that have to manage these one-off integrations. You have to have a development team, a QA team, an entire Scrum team that has to support these integrations. But that could actually not be a factor anymore, because now, since it's in Reltio from a customer perspective, all of that is self-integrated and supported with a much smaller team, because Reltio is doing the support for them. So all of that kind of TCO, cost of ownership data, will be what we can track and see lower over time. And then over a year or two timeframe or 3-year timeframe, we should see higher retention, stickiness, and overall customer satisfaction scores increase.